Yeah.
People are just mad because it's too generic sci-fi is what people are, fantasy-fi.
Yeah, but Dungeons and Dragons did it first, guys. So, you can't say it's a rip-off of things that ripped it off. That's not... Wait a minute. Let's get right into this. So Dungeons and Dragons is coming out. I want to jump literally right into this because
J.D. Martin, Ryan Sebastian Sharp.
People can't say Dungeons and Dragons is too cliche fantasy when Dungeons and Dragons is the cliche fantasy all these things are based on, right? It's like
you're right.
Game of Thrones,
Cinemagasm, by the way.
Cinemagasm, Game of Thrones, World of Warcraft. All these Lord of the Rings.
They all come from Lord of the Rings, really, don't they?
Well, yeah.
A lot of more recent stuff.
Yeah, more.
And I'm asking because I know certain, certain viewers don't like when we loosey goosey on the mythology
with Sauron Dan.
Yeah, Sauron Dan, like Bat Dan. And I just want to say, we give everybody. That's our whole point. Is we try to give everybody the realistic take.
Dandolf.
Nice. Dandolf, the douche.
The douche.
The bleak.
Dandolf, bro. We can fucking end the episode right here on Dandolf. That's Gandalf's cousin who doesn't have any powers. Yeah. And we cast him as Fassbender because he was cast as the younger version of Jesus. Oh my god.
No, but like seriously, a small aside is we do know the mythology, but a lot of the times all these movies and comic books, we try to come at it from a regular movie watcher point of view. So if we don't
like
go
Dungeons and Dragons, I know the references they're making, like gelatinous cube.
Well, your brother's also one of the biggest super nerds I've ever met. He makes you seem like
he's even okay with this. Like he's
that's interesting.
Well, for basic Dungeons and Dragons fans, it's like this is all you need.
Chris Pine is just
pure
he's like likable lead guy.
Yep. No, Chris Pine makes the Wonder Woman movies better. Not to divert, but he's like the main character in those. And yeah, Chris Pine's a great actor.
I did not think I would have liked the Star Trek reboots, and he absolutely nailed it.
Okay. See, my thing is, I tried watching the reboots off the heels of the originals.
Can't do that.
You can't do that.
You
cannot do that. Don't do that. Because the new ones are good because it's like, yeah, Chris Pine. You got fucking Harold from Harold and Kumar is Sulu or whatever, and the dude who plays Chekhov. And Zoe Saldana's in that fucking movie, I think. As
everybody. What's his name who plays Bones? Judge Dredd, everybody.
Carl Urban,
Carl Urban. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. No, Chris
They're
Pine
not bad movies.
Is a great actor. This movie, going back to Dungeons and Dragons. Bludgeons and Flugans. Honor Among Thieves.
Is got a new bar sponsor you want to announce?
Somebody spiked my fucking Zoa, bro. I'm telling you.
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi spiked my fucking Zoa. I'm telling you.
Oof.
If this movie didn't have Chris Pine in it, I don't think it would have. I don't think it would have made as much money.
Well, no, it has
or at least been not made as much money, but certified
Pikachu
fresh.
Kid, right?
Yeah, and Hacker Kid from Jurassic World 2.
And then what? Michelle Rodriguez from the Fast and the Furious movies, right?
Fuck. I was like so happy to go see this movie.
I just ruined it
and
for
you just reminded me Michelle Rodriguez was in this movie, who I'm sure is a fabulous human being. I just don't prefer her in things. So, it's more specifically probably Fast and the Furious, yeah.
The whole reason we brought up the
it's certified fresh.
90% right now.
Certified fresh,
That's pretty
guys.
good for a fantasy flick.
Yeah.
The box office or critics are not normally kind to fantasy movies. Pure fantasy.
It is post Game of Thrones world.
It's true.
And it is...
Warcraft happened in the middle of Game of Thrones.
Which was a problem. Yeah, which was a problem. This needed to happen after all of that. But before... It couldn't have happened before Game of Thrones came back. Because this needed the hype of, like, House of the Dragon is back. You know what I mean? To go, now
you're right. They did. They had the trailers, right? That's when they started debuting. You're right.
So
the special effects look amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the trailers make me look excited to.
There's that
think
one
it's
like
gonna be a fun...
somebody opens a portal on the floor and it like enters. They do some really cool
Hugh Grant's
effects.
in it.
Well, really? Okay.
He's probably the bad guy by the look of the poster.
Probably.
A bad guy or one of those walks the line.
Yeah.
The
dichotomy of good and evil.
He's the one that sells out.
The
like the Last Jedi.
Forest. Yeah.
Oh, oops! Wow. Did I sell you out?
But we both just made Star Wars references, but they were different Star Wars references, but also having to do with how shitty the new trilogy is.
So we'll move right along.
Yeah, let's go on to some other good box office certified fresh news.
John Wick, 73.5 million. I don't have the finals. We're recording this Monday afternoon. We don't have the finals yet. Biggest of the franchise, almost 140 million worldwide debut. The first one didn't make that worldwide for the entire run.
Wow.
That's how much this franchise has grown.
Wow.
They announced a release window for the spinoff movie next summer, and apparently...
I thought that was a show.
No, there's also a movie.
Oh,
The Continental
fuck.
is the movie, and then the show, I think, is Ballerina.
That's what I wanted. I wanted that. I wanted the hotel to be the show.
So within just hours ago, it looks like the John Wick 5 in development.
Heyo, because there was talks that they were
ending
gonna,
it.
well, not ending, but they were gonna
away.
pause from the series, and probably focus more
supposedly
on
it's about
shows.
Kane and Akira. I don't know who that. It says we'll focus on Kane. He was awesome.
I don't know who Kane is. Maybe it's from the fourth one.
We don't want to spoil anything.
I just watched 1 and 2, so
again
for the second time. Honestly, though, I haven't watched 1 and 2 since 3 came out, and 3 dropped in 20.
3 is the most divisive. It's the best reviewed.
Yeah,
but there seems to be an internal war of 2 or 3. Which one's
2 is
better?
Really fucking good.
Yeah,
2 is
but people are saying 4 is better
good.
than all of them.
Okay, I heard the last hour is fighting.
I would believe it.
And I'm like, yes.
Minimal
yes.
CGI and all set pieces.
Yeah, all practical fights. Yeah. Okay, well, CGI.
We'll have a John. Well, yeah.
Characters.
Well,
minimal. Out of buildings
minimal.
And, yeah, right.
All movies have CGI.
Some things you need effects
for people
for.
that think CGI ruins movies.
No.
Most movies that are filmed are all filmed in the day, and then they CGI the night or they CGI the seasons in, and you never know because
like
that's
rain.
good CGI.
I need it to rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have time to wait around for rain to happen. So.
Not all CGI sucks. Just
not all CGI
Marvel
sucks.
and
All
DC.
John Wick movies, by the way, have over 90% on, or over 80%.
Yeah.
On Rotten
This one got an
Tomatoes.
A in Cinema Score. This is probably going to be only 3 action movies ever gotten A pluses, and that was Lethal Weapon, I think the first or second, then Die Hard, the first one.
Not in the same franchise. Ever.
No,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But only 3 action movies, period, have
Yeah.
ever gotten A pluses. So
Mhm.
this is one of the highest rated, just period. Which good for Keanu. Like seriously, like he's
I'm
the
super
nicest
happy.
person in Hollywood.
Yeah.
By 10,000 miles.
I'd like to see James Gunn not do Constantine 2 now after this.
Yeah. What's Warner Brothers thinking now with the whole will they won't they on Constantine 2, I wonder. He just opened a franchise that he basically grew. That was going to be, people don't know, but it was going to be a direct-to-DVD movie. And at the last second, the studio had just enough faith to think they could make a little bit of scratch.
Wow. That was...
And now the 4th one's opening up bigger than Shazam by 2 and change. It made what Shazam made on Friday with the whole weekend it
the
took
opening
Shazam
day. Oh, my God, dude.
Oof. Also, we're in the box office. I got 80 for Brady. That stupid sports movie just finished its run with just under 40 million with a budget of 28 million.
They were so late on that movie. Tom Brady's still on the Patriots in that movie.
That was the point. It was supposed to be like during his Super Bowl run.
Oh, okay.
But he purposely, I think he retired on purpose to promote the movie. Because he retired and then, like, right as the movie promotion kicked into...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he retired, came back, and then his wife left him, and then he came back again. But hey, 4 old people who are irrelevant.
I'm in love with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine that movie's okay. As like a old like Sex in the City comedy.
Well, it's like
rom-com.
Sally Fields and
Sure.
like all the classic actresses. I'm
Sure.
spacing on everyone's name.
Diane
because we record
Keaton's
1,000 things.
probably in
she
it.
might be in it.
Maybe.
That sounds right.
Yeah, right. So, yeah. I never in a million years would I ever go see it. You know what I mean? But I could see the older audiences liking that movie. You know what I mean? That's why it was in theaters for so long.
Yeah.
People went to go see it.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean,
that
old
movie
people
probably
need
made more
movies,
money
too.
than Shazam.
Shazam is not going to break 150 million worldwide.
No, and it doesn't deserve to break 150 million worldwide because it is a train wreck. Yeah.
But Lionsgate did say, Lionsgate's John Drake says he wants to see Keanu and more John Wick picks after 4. We're not ready to say goodbye to Keanu yet.
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
So
Well, they could have ended the franchise after the first movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the second one,
it
they
wraps
go,
up kind of nice.
we need you for one more thing because you were out and you came back and
now you're
I'm
screwed.
cashing in.
Yeah.
And then 2 screws them and then 3's fucked and 4 is like we fight back. Yeah. We fuck. 4 is John Wick 4. This time we fuck back.
It's super fucking personal.
Yeah. This time it's personal. What are we taking a commercial break?
Personal
Like,
lure.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Then I just hold up the Zoa. Did Dwayne see it?
Maximum's Overdrive. Let's talk about Zachary Levi. Can we?
Yeah. Since we're speaking of Shazam.
Can we talk about Zachary Levi? Okay. So of popular fame.
Since we did a Cinemagasm.
Yes. Yeah.
There's been some things that happened.
Yeah. Some things. Oh, since Cinemagasm.
Since we did it last
It's been a long time since Cinemagasm, like a month.
So we had, Shazam
James Gunn
fail.
said a thing.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi said another thing about The Rock, who said a thing about this thing. And Zachary Levi's pissed at The Rock when The Rock is pissed at nobody. And James Gunn is just kind of kicking back, eating grapes like Hedonism Bot from Futurama. Oh, yes.
Give me more.
And it's like Blue Beetle, and like the grapes are like Superman Legacy.
That's a good meme.
Batman.
I'll write myself in this one.
Hedonism Bot. James Gunn is Hedonism Bot.
Jamesonism Bot.
Gunnanism Bot.
Gross.
Jamesonism. Yeah.
So they're Warner Brothers is in full
let's break this
spin
down,
control.
actually.
And first it was The Rock's fault. He kneecapped the MCU / then in the report came
DCU.
out, DCU,
Yeah,
excuse
sorry.
me. No, you're fine. And then he bent executives to his will, which no.
Yeah. No.
It didn't happen. And then now Zachary
You
Levi
mean with his mind control powers?
right. Because those people who make way more than The Rock are executives of the movie studios.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, well, The Rock makes 20 million pictures. That guy makes 20 million from quarterly bonuses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So they're going to tell The Rock to shove it up his ass. Yeah. Take that Zoa and put it up there, bro. Yeah. Pack sand.
So now Zachary Levi doubled down on all those reports and was tweeting, yeah, let the truth set you free and all this stuff. And then he just started, and he's kissing James Gunn's ass and Peter Safran and saying all these.
Because he wants to keep his job.
Right. I can see their creative vision. You're dead on.
Yeah.
And then now he is trying to, which I read one comment on one of the stories. It's like apparently he's trying to burn his bridges with both the DCU and the MCU. Because he should have shut up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're Kevin Feige on the MCU side, you're not going to blame Zachary Levi. I mean, him being stupid on the tweets is one thing.
Yeah, it's DC. It has nothing to do with Kevin Feige.
It's imploding.
Yeah.
So if you're Kevin Feige, you'd be like, you want to come back? I can recast you. No one's going to remember you playing the
Feindral.
The Feindral.
Why? That's not his name.
Right, but you know what I mean.
Some Skyrim character or whatever.
It sounds like it. But so then he comes out and blames Kevin Feige. I had a personal meeting with Kevin Feige, and he lied to my face about my role in the MCU.
When you're told in your cast, and it's literally like on the billing sheet, it's like pretty sure in the credits it said Thor's friend 1, Thor's friend 2, and Thor's friend 3, and he goes, I wasn't the next Avenger?
Right.
I'm Thor's friend 2, okay?
And as people have worked on these things and in project, like things change constantly. Scripts change.
One of the Warriors 3 were supposed to be Carla Urban's role in Ragnarok? Was that supposed to be the case?
I think it's something like
Scourge,
that.
but they made it Scourge, and he has his 2 missions.
Right.
Yeah.
But like plans change.
Yeah, plans change. There might have
the
been
scripts change.
There might have been plans for
I don't think Feige
stuff with them.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
And not to mention, I liked Zachary Levi up until this whatever's happening.
But Thor was like the worst of those. That at least time period in the MCU, those were probably the lowest ranked movies that were being put out by the MCU.
First 2 are still probably the weakest,
right?
With the first Hulk movie,
they're fun to rewatch now because they're like
okay.
Nostalgic and they set up all the shit, but they're not good. And they weren't good when
people
they came
who
out,
hate Ant-Man and all of Phase 4, go back and watch those.
Go watch Ragnarok or
1 and 2.
World.
Yeah, Dark World.
Yeah. Woof. Yeah.
Oof.
No, Zachary Levi wants to keep his job at DC, and he thinks he can get in good graces with James Gunn by burying Kevin Feige in the MCU and going, look, Master Gunn, look what I did. Question on Master Feige.
Emperor Gunn. The movie flopped.
The movie flopped, and he keeps trying to come out and saying, like, it's a family movie, and, like, families don't even know that. The marketing was garbage. And it's like, right.
And if The Rock would have showed up like I wanted him to, it would have been a huge success. No, I don't think that's the case.
It wouldn't have made a difference, I don't think. Wonder Woman's in it, and that didn't make a fucking difference, you know?
And he really likes Wonder Woman.
I really like Wonder Woman. Yeah. Like a little too much. But Nice.
But that did, like you said, though, you saw like it didn't make a Henry Cavill showing up.
Thing didn't fucking do anything. Henry Cavill showing up in Black Adam did nothing.
Right, and he
did nothing.
And he said he wanted Henry Cavill to show up in Shazam too. And
yeah,
but what would that have done? What would have done?
Nothing.
What would it have done?
Nothing. Yeah, and it's like, guys,
universe is dead.
You had the setup for your Black Adam and Superman. If you keep Shazam dead, Superman comes in because Shazam not there. Whatever.
Another week, another dumb DC thing.
Another week. We haven't even gotten to jumping the gun this week yet, guys. Apparently, a Blue Beetle trailer is supposed to drop with the Mario Brothers movie.
For who they're aiming for, that makes sense. Mario's gonna be
not
huge.
During the Shazam movie.
They knew. No, but seriously, they knew.
But then nobody would have seen it.
I forgot to tell you, it came out.
My God.
We talked about the budget, and I gave you some estimates on what it could have made or should have made
for
Shazam.
Zach
and
Adam,
I said,
almost called it.
That's actually pretty funny. I said I don't think they spent more than $40 million on marketing.
No,
$100 million. It came out that they spent
on marketing
for Shazam 2.
That's impossible. What did they go to fucking Panera and buy 18 sandwiches every fucking day instead of spending money on, I don't know, a billboard or a commercial?
Apparently, it's like roughly $210 million with marketing and as a production budget and that thing. So now you're talking it'd have to clear 500, and it ain't gonna make 150. It's insane. Like I never want to hear.
Well,
we're
if
nerds.
They weren't gonna blow up the DCU. They were definitely going to now. Yeah.
And there's not a Rock cameo or Henry Cavill cameo that would have saved that.
That can save that movie. No, you're fucked. You made a Shazam 2, spent $100 million in marketing. How much was the budget for the whole movie?
About 110.
Oh my God.
There's reports 110, 125, and 100.
My God.
So I'll just say 110 to put it in the middle.
Yeah, guys, we made a Shazam movie for basically $80 million, probably, give or take, with that extra money from the marketing, probably going to other things. You know, what money actually went towards making the fucking movie? What? 100 million?
The dragons and stuff, the CGI.
The dragon.
Where it all went. Seriously, though. Seriously.
Yeah, because any of the other
little creature things, that's where all the money went.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And that's
oh my God.
We love to we read comments when
and that
in
fucking
the Reddit
Skittles ad. Yeah.
That probably helped.
That $100 million in marketing
paid
was
down on a lot of the marketing. Seriously.
Was how much they made for the Skittles
probably
promotion?
Paid 10 to 20 million.
Oh, probably.
Seriously.
Yeah. No,
that's a huge
it's multiple
commercial.
times too throughout the
rainbow.
movie. It's multiple times. It happens once in like the first part, and then it comes back twice at the end.
See, I want everybody, like the Bat Dans and the Dandoffs. That was good.
Dandoff. Yeah.
To realize that you guys are gonna kill the comic book movies.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not happy with this, and then they pivot, and then you're not happy with that, and we're going to go to this studio, and then they're not happy. And then, like, I can't see how you could look at the DC situation and not go over to Marvel and go, well, goddamn, at least it's competent.
At least there's
not
a
even
story. Competent, but at least it's coherent.
That's what I mean. Like
hey, that Paul Rudd guy's the same as Ant-Man in the fucking Civil War movie, fucking 10 years ago.
And the 70 different threads on Reddits and all these places about how it's a flop. It's like, well, this one made closer to $500 million, and this one won't make 150 total.
Right. What's the flop? Yeah. What the flop, guys?
Like, why?
Yeah,
that's a good name for another podcast. What the flop?
What the flop?
Just keep spitting them out. I just hate it. The takeaway from the box office talk as we're here is John Wick good, Shazam not good. Right? Is where I think we're.
John Wick good, Shazam bad.
And then we got.
Go see.
I think we got
movie
Mario Friday, right?
Mario. Really?
Isn't it Friday? April.
Oh, but we also have
2nd or whatever?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no,
which is March
Dungeons
31st.
First.
Yeah.
Then the 7th is
The
Mario.
next weekend is
next
Mario.
Week. Yeah, because we're just weekend after
we're going
weekend
now.
after weekend.
John Wick 4, Dungeons and Dragons, fucking other movie, Mario. That's the one we were just talking about.
I feel bad though. Dungeons is in a really awkward
it's
spot.
In a kind of horrible spot. It's between John Wick 4 and Mario.
Because if you're going to the movies and you missed John Wick opening weekend, and you wanted to see Dungeons and Dragons, but you wanted to see John Wick, you know Mario's coming out the next week, so you're probably gonna do John Wick.
Skip the weekend
and then go Mario, and then maybe what comes after Mario.
I'll go
you know
see,
what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel bad because it's almost like Shazam. Shazam got wedged right in the middle. Also, that did not help. No. If they would have released that movie in January, it would have helped.
No, Shazam is also like a weird time to be going to see movies because it's like movies aren't quite back for the year, but they like kind of already started. You know what I mean?
They tried
to
do what Marvel does.
Yeah.
Put a superhero at the beginning of the year and soak all that up.
Well, because they need to put 4 movies out this year, or otherwise their reset won't fucking work. So
I'm trying to decide if that would have come out before Ant-Man, would it have hurt Ant-Man more or actually made Ant-Man better? But I don't know, because people would have been so gutted from that. Would they have already assumed? Now, maybe it would have got better critical scores, but I think it would have made less money. Does that make sense?
I think, and this is going to sound like I'm going off, but Dungeons and Dragons, I think, is
benefiting from.
You might be
right.
From
you might be
these
right.
2 superhero movies that were like kind of like, one was good, but only good if you're like following it. You know what I mean?
And one was just pure underwhelming.
And one was pure underwhelming, but still you had to be following it to even understand
super
it.
even care,
right.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just want a movie that like fucking exists.
Turn my brain off.
And has nothing to do with the movie that came before it, and won't have anything to do with the movie that comes after it.
Right. Give me a good fantasy movie.
What happened to those?
You're right. That's why this should be good.
Give me a movie. Like John Wick 4 is the 4th movie, but it's like, okay, no, I'll take 1,000 of those. That's not what I'm talking about.
Those are also an original franchise.
And those are original.
And they've managed to squeeze
so
4
good.
out of...
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dungeons and Dragons is an original movie. Not concept, but movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Based off a thing, you know?
Yeah.
And hopefully it's fucking good because it has nothing to do with anything else.
Just drop you in a fantasy world.
Go like this. Turn your brain off.
Give me a
get a large popcorn.
PG-13 Game
with your
of
community
Thrones.
butter button.
That's a whole different situation.
It's PG-13 Game of Thrones.
And that's a market that
Game of
should
Thrones.
be ripe for the plucking.
Which is kind of what that WoW movie was supposed to be, but you're right. It dropped in the middle of Game of Thrones. So it's like kids don't know what Game of Thrones is.
It's even more divisive because you have actual games, not just like Dungeons and Dragons where you make. I know how it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have literal Warcraft canon from the actual Warcraft games in the same universe as StarCraft, in the same universe as World of Warcraft. So you have this,
and they do. Warcraft has beautiful cinematics.
That's what I'm saying. So you already
a World
competing.
of Warcraft movie should have been animated. You never should have done a live action World of Warcraft movie.
Unless they were going to set actual, like, for real boundaries and how they wanted to do it. Like, they started in the middle with the story, and then like
you don't pick and choose.
You got to start from the beginning.
Yeah. Don't just go in the middle of it and throw you in.
It's
Not
gross.
for WoW, the movie. Fuck. Oh my god. I do want to touch on this. The Power Rangers. Once and always. We're going a little long, so we'll kind of
you're
wrap
good.
up
Yeah,
here,
that's
but
fine.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Kimberly.
So we mentioned this at
Pterodactyl.
in the video. We made a joke because I'm like, I don't think I saw Kimberly, and you're like, no, I think she was there.
The Pink Ranger. There is a Pink Ranger.
There's a Pink
in
Ranger, but I was like, that's not Kimberly.
Doesn't look anything like her.
They didn't even try.
Is she blonde?
Yeah. What is that about? So there's been,
And she's like the one who drops the line like, once a Ranger, always a Ranger. And it's like, you're not.
You've been a Ranger since the beginning.
You're a hack.
Production.
Yeah, you're a fucking
you scab.
fraud.
You cross the picket line, you scab.
I read some things that originally in Mighty Morphin, they were all going to walk for season 2 because they weren't going to get paid enough. And then Jason David Frank doesn't walk. And basically the only one who got fired was the Red Ranger.
Gotcha. And now I'm in charge.
And I think Kimberly, maybe, but yeah. They were like, yeah, let's do it. And Tommy's like, fuck you, man. I'm still under Rita's spell. I'm taking your fucking paycheck. Yeah. Oh, my God. So Kimberly has come out and came out
multiple
and said,
reports. Allegedly,
it's for financial reasons.
But now she's saying, no, it's not.
She tweeted it's not for financial reasons, and maybe she's just like too old for that shit.
But even though she's still doing the Comic-Cons and showing up as the Pink Ranger and all this stuff.
And shit. So what are you talking about? I love the tweet was like, fuck that, I'm too old for that junk. So happy to see my friends at whatever in the new Power Rangers.
Hold on. So are you calling them out?
They couldn't pay me enough for that fucking trash. So happy to see my buddies. Yeah. Apparently, they also shot this before Tommy unfortunately killed himself, and he wasn't going to be in it.
He didn't want to do it either.
Yeah.
I always thought there was something going on with the White Ranger and the Pink Ranger.
Yeah?
They were both like married to other people and kids, but I mean, like, I'm just speculating now.
Something going on there. That's because the show made you think so. Yeah.
Hey, Tommy.
Yeah. The hair twirl. Yeah. Also, Marvel Minute. We got some fucking news. A notification just went off in the studio as I said that. It's like magic, you know?
Reading it. Yeah. Wow. Hold on. It's breaking.
What is that? What did I say?
Gotta have that on the screen.
So, Daredevil is currently shooting in New York, right? And Vincent D'Onofrio has come out and said that
it's in
season
Atlanta
2
too. Also, they're shooting.
Oh, okay. Places. Yeah, I'm sure they filmed on location for like the original series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So season 2 is officially planned. We're getting a season 2 of Daredevil: Born Again, the Disney Plus show.
I'm hopeful.
What's up? You down?
I'm hopeful that that they 18 episodes is a lot.
18 episodes is a lot.
So
they might be breaking.
They're gonna break it into 9 chunks, and that way, by the time the second chunk's out, they already have the like second season or
season
third
or
/ fourth season. However they're gonna do that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's just we got a little nugget. Everybody keeps posting pictures from Daredevil: Born Again set photos, and I'm like, can you call them set photos if the set is New York City? You fucking idiots.
Technically,
right? Technically, I guess. Yeah, because it's like pictures of
just walking down the street.
I
saw the ones you're talking about.
Cox,
I didn't know blind guys could use a cell phone on this one picture. It's like,
guys, yeah. Set photos. Set photos reveal. You mean New York? Pictures of New York City that they happen to be filming this thing in? Come on, guys.
Which, before we leave, I want to say this. We're going to talk about the Jonathan Majors thing.
Yes.
But to be fair, we're going to give it its own video so people don't think we're just, Marvel freaks.
And Jonathan Majors fucked up.
No. So don't think we forgot. We just actually want to give it its proper time.
Yep.
So I think that's it for the weekend.
Yeah. That's all we got. Let us know what you've been watching in the comments. Let us know what you thought of Shazam, John Wick. Go watch Dungeons Blends Dragons coming out this March.
It's morphin' time.
I want a CW Power Rangers fucking show,
right?
Like yesterday. Give it like slightly a better budget. It still looks better than half of the fucking CW shit. Yeah.
Welcome back to Coming This Summer.
Wow, guys.
So
Power Rangers once and always.
We're getting